Alright guys, so we're getting ready to top dress a wheat field this morning, and basically what that means is we're going to add some nitrogen fertilizer to it. And if you remember in class, you need 3 macronutrients for plant growth: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So mostly what we're putting on today is going to be nitrogen. And you wait until the wheat is kind of nice and tall. 8 inches is sort of the guideline on that if you're going to put your nitrogen on in one shot. And the objective is, with putting it on a little bit later, waiting on it to get a little bit taller, is that hopefully it takes most of that nitrogen and ends up putting it towards grain growth instead of so much into vegetation. If you're doing 2 shots of nitrogen, you can put it on usually around like Valentine's Day when the wheat's still pretty short, and then come in and put a 2nd shot on later. But on this field this year, this is getting one larger shot all at once. Alright, so that's a streamer nozzle, and hopefully you can hear me, but the idea of this is, instead of putting this on in a fine mist where it's going to dissipate out, it'll come out in a nice stream and it won't damage your crop, and it should stick around to do that crop some good. Alright, so we've taken this nozzle apart for you guys, and actually when the liquid comes through, it's going to be coming through this, but it gets regulated by this little orifice right here. So that way, when it gets to the bottom and is actually coming out of the holes, it's not under any pressure, it's just kind of dribbling out. So that's also going to help it come out in more of a stream instead of a spray. Okay, so what you guys are looking at here is just a transfer pump. And we're coming out of this tank. And then pumping into the tank on the Rogator. Remember, this is nitrogen, a liquid nitrogen fertilizer. Okay, this particular piece of equipment is called a Rogator, and that's a brand name. And this one's an older unit, but still does the job just fine. And once we get it spread out, I believe the booms on this particular one are going to be 80 feet wide. So kind of cool. I really enjoy running these things. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hey, so up top you have a GPS antenna, and that's going to tell us where this machine is located out in the field. And it'll actually paint. It's almost like looking at a video game screen. But it'll paint and fill in everywhere that we have applied this product. Okay, so he's charging the booms because they'll be full of water right now. It's one of the first fields he's top dressed. You can see how the stream is coming out of there. Buddy, get out of there. Come here. All right, a good operator is going to back into the corners, make sure you get even application. I don't know if he does that all the time or if he's just showing off. Okay, so remember, we call this whole operation top dressing when we're doing this to wheat, and it's just an application of a nitrogen fertilizer. And we've got just a little bit of a sprinkle today that should actually help incorporate it into the soil. I mean, it's just very lightly, very lightly drizzling out here. But I'll bet possibly even as early as tomorrow, in 24 hours, we'll be able to see a color change in this wheat. You know, it should start really getting a nice dark green, whereas right now it's, you know, it's nice and green, but it has just a little bit of a yellowish cast to it. So, you know, it's kind of interesting. You know, growing things is a neat process, and kind of neat to be a part of. So I'll come out and take a photograph of this after it greens up, and then you guys will be able to see the difference. So for now, that's going to be it. Talk to you later. Bye.